Welcome back to Sam's Watch Review. In this video, I will show you how to set and operate this watch, Casio G-Shock DW5900. Anyway, if you want to know more about this watch, you can check our review. I will put the link in the description. Okay, first there are 4 buttons, adjust button on the top left, and then mode button on the lower left, light button on the top right, and start button on the lower right. And then next, you can get to the timekeeping mode by pressing the mode button several times until you get the high tone beeping sound. That one. Okay, next in the timekeeping mode, you can show the city name by pressing the adjust button like this one. So not press and hold, but just press like this, and it will show the city name that you set for the timekeeping mode. And then next, you can activate the backlight, of course, by pressing this one, the light button on the top right. And then, yes, you can activate also the mute or the silent button operation by press and hold the mode button. So this one, press and hold until the mute indicator is active like this. So now if you press the mode button, it will not make beeping sound. But still for the alarm and then countdown timer and also signal still make beeping sound. If you want to deactivate, also same method, press and hold the mode button until the mute indicator is not showing. Okay, now let's get back to the timekeeping mode. And then next, let's do the LCD check. And to do that, press 3 buttons at the same time, adjust, mode, and start. And the trick is to press the adjust button a bit earlier and then the other 2, or also the start button and then the other 2, so like this. And you will get the LCD check screen. And then you can press the start button to show the next LCD check screen like this one, and get back to the timekeeping mode. Okay, now let's set the time, date, and so on for the timekeeping mode by first press and hold the adjust button on the top left, and you will see that the second is now flashing or blinking. And yes, first let's set the backlight for the afterglow. So this one meaning the length of the afterglow is 3 seconds, and if you press this one, the light button, it will change to small one, meaning 1.5 seconds. So you can choose which one that you want. This one means longer the backlight, and this one is shorter. Okay, next, press the mode button. Oh, sorry. And next, you can reset the second by pressing the start button. If it is 30 or more, it will become 0 with additional minute like this. Okay. And if it is 29 or less, you can reset the second and it will get 0 without additional minute. Okay, now press the mode button and we can set the city. For this one, you can use the light and start button. So the light button will move to the west like this, and the start button will move to the east. Okay, so you can choose which city that is the same time zone as your city. And then the next one, press the mode button, and now is the daylight saving. So for this one, you can activate by pressing the start button. Okay, so this one meaning the daylight saving is on, and you can see that the time is moving faster by 1 hour, and then this one is off. Okay, now press the mode button and we are setting the hour. For this one, you can use the light button to decrease and start button to increase. Okay, it's like counterclockwise and clockwise. Okay, next, press the mode button, and now we are setting the minute. Same thing, the light button to decrease and the start button to increase. Okay, next, press mode button, and now we are setting the time format. So for this one, you can use the start button to change between the 12-hour format like this one, 9 p.m., or this one, the military time, 24-hour format, 21 o'clock. Okay, now let's press the mode button again, and we are setting for the year. For the year, you can use these 2 buttons. Light will decrease and the start button will increase. Again, the mode button, and now we are setting the month. Light will decrease and start button will increase. Okay, and next, mode button, also the same thing. Light button will decrease and the start button will increase. Okay, press again, and now back to the setting of the second and also the afterglow or the backlight. And if you're done with the settings, you can press the adjust button to exit from this mode and back to the timekeeping mode. Okay, now let's move to the next mode, and that is the world time. Press the mode button like this, and now we are in the world time mode, and you can cycle through the city using the start button like this. Okay, and if you want to activate the daylight saving for that city, you can press and hold the adjust button like this. Okay, and if you want to deactivate also the same thing, press and hold the adjust button like that one. And yes, that's all for the world time, and now let's move to the next mode, and that is this one, the stopwatch. Okay, for the stopwatch, there are 3 methods that you can use, but I will show you the 2 of the most used methods. And the first one is start stop as usual, so use the start button to start, and then use it again if you want to pause, use it again if you want to continue, and again if you want to pause or stop, and lastly you can use the adjust button to reset. Okay, and then the next one, if you want to use the stopwatch for split time, to do that press the start button to start, and then after that use the adjust button to get the split time. So this one 4:55, meaning yes, that's the split time, and the time is still running in the background. If you want to go back to the running time, press the adjust button, and yes, it's still running. And you might want to get another split time, just press again. So it's like the screenshot of the time at that moment. Okay, and then press again to continue. And if you want to pause or stop, use the start button. And then after that, if you want to reset, use the adjust button. Okay, now let's move on to the next mode, the countdown timer. And yes, for this one, you can set the length of the countdown timer by press and hold the adjust button like this. Okay, and this is the hour, so let's set using the light and start button. The light button will decrease and the start button will increase. So let me set, let's say I want to set a timer for 4 minutes, so this one is 0, and then press the mode button, and now is the setting for the minute. So I will use the start button to increase. Okay, and if I want to decrease, I use the light button. Okay, and if you're done with the setting for the timer length, press the adjust button and done. Now if you want to run the timer, press the start button like this. Okay, and it will start the countdown. If you want to pause, use also the start button. And if you want to continue again, press again the start button. Okay, and yes, if you want to stop, use the start button, and if you want to reset, use the adjust button after that. Okay, and yes, the countdown timer function on this watch doesn't have the auto repeat feature. Okay, next, let's move on to the alarm mode. Press mode button, and now we get to the alarm mode. There are 5 alarms and 1 signal, so 3, 4, 5, and then signal. So alarm number 5 is a snooze alarm. And yes, let's start by setting the alarm number 1. So let's say I want to set this one as daily alarm, and yes, this watch can only set for daily alarm. So let me set for, let's say 5:15 in the morning. So to do that, press and hold the adjust button. Okay, and then let's set, this one is the hour. You can use the light button to decrease and start button to increase. So let's say 5, yes, and then press the mode button. And now we are setting the minute. Let's say 5:15. Wait. You can press and hold to speed up the process, but then release when it's almost the number that you want, and then press one by one like this. Okay, and yes, done. 5:15, and then press adjust to exit from the setting of the alarm time. And then after that, anyway, this one is already active for alarm number 1 at 5:15. But if you want to deactivate the alarm, let's say you want this one to be active at Monday until Friday, but you want to turn it off for the weekend, you can just get to the alarm mode and then press the adjust button to turn it off. And if you want to activate again, press the adjust button to turn it on. Okay, now alarm number 2, 3, 4, 5, the same thing. So use the same method to set the time for the alarm. And then for this one, the signal, you can just easily press the adjust button to activate the signal. So if it is active, you will get beeping sound every changing of the hour, like maybe 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and so on. Okay, now one more thing for the alarm. You can also do the alarm sound check, and to do that, press and hold the start button, and you will get this one, beeping sound. Okay, and done. That's all for the alarm. And now if you press the mode button, you will get to the timekeeping mode again. And yes, that's all for the setting and operation of this watch, Casio G-Shock DW5900. I hope I have covered all of the settings and operations. And anyway, if I miss anything, just put in the comment below. It will be helpful for all of us, for me and also for the other viewers. Thank you for watching, and yes, don't forget to click like, subscribe, and I will see you again in the next video. Have a great day.